Welcome back to episode 6 of Lifting the Lid, the podcast where we spill the tea and we lift the lid on everything to do with the influencer industry. I am Verity Park, your host, and I am back with Sarah and Lucy, my co-hosts.
Hello, full name this week, Verity Park.
I know.
That really made me laugh.
We really mix it up. I feel like it's more fun every time when you're listening to a podcast and the intro is just that tiny bit different, you know?
Yeah, people have definitely noticed that. People would have picked up on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. they'll
Next
love
week is going to
that.
be VP.
Yeah.
VP.
To be fair, I should do that because I have been considering changing the emails. Actually,
No, it's a bad idea.
no. Right, let's
Awful
discuss
idea.
this.
No.
Let's discuss it. Let's see what people think.
Guys, it's a bad idea.
It's about it, please.
Basically, we all at TBH use our initials. So it'd be like VP, SB, LA. And I really want to shorten the email. So it's like VP at TBH Talent.
No.
SB at TBH Talent. How much easier is that?
No,
No.
because this is the strongest case against this. Myself and Sophie, okay,
Yeah,
we
very.
work together.
Yeah.
She is Sophie Russell, SR, okay? Sarah Bishop, SB.
Very similar letters.
Very similar letters. So imagine Lucy's trying to send me something and then she accidentally presses SR, or like, you know how it automatically...
No, but your laptop knows the name, not
No.
the email. So you type in Sarah and Bishop and it would come up whether your email was...
But SB at TBH,
But-
that looks like...
Yeah.
LA.
I just think it
No.
would be a bit more TBH coded.
I think just the first names is quite TBH coded.
yes.
I
I
know,
agree.
but now we've got two Lucy's.
But she's PA at TBH Talent.
Yeah, but
I
then
know, but
what
I'm not
if-
sure that
would
works.
I
The only
be-
reason I've done that is because of the
But would
issue.
I be LSA or LA?
LSA maybe? I think we maybe do middle names.
Ooh, but what if people don't have a middle name?
No,
But then
I
I'll-
will leave the company if you make us share our middle names. I will
Shit, I've
actually...
forgotten yours again. What is
No,
it?
I know it. It's like Richard or Thomas. It's Thomas!
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
No,
Because it's
No, it
a
is
boy's name as
Thomas.
well. It's
It
like
is.
me.
It's
not.
Sarah and Bishop Half
no,
Thomas.
it's right. So there's actually a lot of law to this, but I have added an extra name that isn't on my birth certificate to my name because my mum and dad did me so dirty and gave me a boy middle name. 'Cause it's my
Same as
mum's
me,
maiden name.
though.
Yeah, I know, but yours has got hyphen.
No, but that's added. That's fake.
Yes,
That's from the performing days.
Okay, but
on my
like-
passport, it's Lucy Stewart.
Okay,
First
yes.
name.
So we can relate. Sarah Ann Thomas is my name.
Exactly.
Sarah Thomas Bishop.
Sarah and Thomas. We should be Thomas and Stewart. Okay, so we're not doing that. It's an
Yes,
awful idea.
please.
Please veto it.
Every-
It's like when Verity wanted to make the for the pod LTLDBH pod or whatever on
You
Instagram.
just like an algorithm. No, an
No.
anagram.
Yeah, I do.
An anagram.
acronym.
An acronym. Wait, what?
Yeah, an acronym.
An acronym, not an anagram.
In other exciting news.
Oh, yes. Speaking of names.
Oh
no, that's not what
where
I
I
was
was
gonna
going.
say.
Oh, okay.
It is Sarah Ann Thomas Half Bishops.
No.
Wrong.
Sarah Ann Half Thomas Bishop.
Done.
That one.
That one, yeah. It is her 3-year, or just gone her 3-year anniversary at TBH.
Woo! Our firstborn child.
Yeah.
I know, it's
She's
crazy.
3.
I'm
How
going
does
to
it
nursery.
feel?
It feels good. I mean, God, 3 years or 30.
Slack's been celebrating it for about 2 weeks now.
It has.
On
For
her
a
Slack, it still says like 3 years party emoji.
It was on Saturday and
Yeah.
it's now Wednesday and it's still saying 3 years. I'm here for it. Slack is absolutely thrilled about me being here for
Do you
3
think
years.
it will just carry on doing that now?
maybe until 4.
Until
Yeah.
4, yeah,
It'll just be
absolutely.
celebrating away. But yeah,
I'll
no.
welcome it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Proud of
Yeah,
you.
congrats.
Oh, thank you very much for believing
We should have a
in me.
cake. Oh, we should have had a little
Oh,
birthday
we should
cake.
And in additional, what you were about to say.
Oh, yes. In terms of names. So we have a new, our very first TBH intern.
Woo!
And
More
her
rounds of
name
applause.
is Jen, but it's spelled French.
Jean.
Yes.
Jean.
Jen. And we were asking Jen how to pronounce her name yesterday.
Yes.
Because she had told us her name was Jen and we didn't want to just pronounce it as Jen if she had a French pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she said, don't worry, just say Jen. That's much better for all of you. We were like, okay, fine.
We'd be butchering that.
Yeah,
we
I think
often
we
do try and speak French in the office.
Although-
so now I feel like she's going to be like, why are these women speaking?
But Lucy Munns has been giving it a Jean.
Jean.
Yeah, she has. I'm
Jean.
like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, she has actually told us that we should call her Jen. So
Yeah, she has. And we confirmed it yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
But I'm quite upset I'm not the baby of TBH anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I now feel old.
I know.
Wait, are you the youngest person?
Yeah, I am.
God.
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
youngest.
I used to think of you both as babies, and I don't anymore.
No, we're now old.
Yeah.
I mean, you're, how old are you again?
26.
Okay. So wait, there's a year between us. I was getting confused.
Absolutely.
It's a year. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
fine. So you're not that young.
No, absolutely. I feel quite old now.
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
I feel with someone fresh out of university.
Yeah.
That is
I
actually
know.
frightening. She's
Yeah.
probably born in 2001 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably more than that. I was 99. She's probably like 2005.
Wow.
That's
But
crazy.
The fact that there are people who were born in like 2005 are kicking around the workplace
Oh.
is actually nuts.
And can we talk about the fact that Jen brought a cake?
Red
and
velvet.
we had firstly, red velvet, our favourite. Secondly, we had the funniest interaction. Basically, on people's first day, Sarah just becomes like socially
Socially inept.
incompetent.
I would say though that that's not
No,
that's
she does.
not true.
She doesn't know how to act. So Jen came in. Verity and I were in first thing. She'd made this little cake. She'd shown us. It said TBH talent on the top. Like, it was so cute. She was like,
Adorable.
got you a thank you cake for the job. Very cute. Love that. Gold
Also,
star tick.
Understood the assignment like we do.
Yeah,
Like
Absolutely.
really cute. And also the fact that it was red velvet, to me, I was like, she's done her research, saw that we had that at the summer party. I don't know if that's the case, but lucky
She should
coincidence.
take it. Anyway, and then Sarah came in later and the cake was on my desk. So I showed it to Sarah and I was like, Sarah, look, Jen made a cake. And Sarah went, oh, that's nice. But was talking to me and completely ignoring Jen. And I was thinking, yeah, isn't that so lovely? It's red velvet. She went, yeah, that's nice. Why did she do that? And Jen
all of
stood
us were
right
looking
there.
at Sarah and like,
Why are you
Now-
being weird?
I'll give the context of what was going on in my brain here. So Lucy's mother, who was probably listening to this,
Absolutely is listening to this.
is called Jen. Okay.
And she's got a legend in the office.
Yes, absolutely. And the Jen that I associate with TBH, obviously not anymore, sorry to your Jen, was your mum. So when you said Jen made a cake, I thought you were talking about your mum.
And
I was
also,
like,
I guess
why has she done that?
Lucy's mum, Jen, does also
Provide treats.
provide
treats.
snacks. So
I
it
was-
makes sense.
I was thinking, oh gosh, I didn't know that Lucy's mum was
All the
in
way
London.
from Dubai.
I was like, how did she get the cake from Dubai? Like all of these questions were going on in my head. That's why I was kind of puzzled. Like I feel like my expression was puzzled when I was looking at the cake.
And I was like, when Sarah was like, why did she do that? I was like, because it's her first day. And
And
Sarah was
then
like,
the penny
"Oh."
dropped. I was like, okay, this is Jen, not your mum. So that's why.
So that was Jen's first impression of Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's probably like, oh God, she's my manager. But yeah, also that's very me coded to like be a bit slow in that capacity.
No comment.
I wouldn't
know,
I wouldn't
silence.
say that's the truth. I would say you're very friendly.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
So I've got something I want to discuss today.
What?
So it's Virgin Red. Are
Right.
you our head of yes? This is not clickbait. This is the real deal, and someone's genuinely going to get paid to do it. The ask, say yes. Yes to adventure, yes to the unexpected, yes to waking up in New Orleans thinking, have I said that wrong?
New Orleans. Why
Yeah.
you say New Orleans?
Yes to waking up in New Orleans
Yeah.
thinking, whose feather boa is this? What's the deal? Your mission for 6 months, say yes to the best of Virgin and share the ride with the world. 6 incredible Virgin experiences, 50K real money, checked the vault. It's a no-brainer. 1 Virgin experience a month, create TikToks, reels, and scroll-stopping content, photos that make group chats, ask questions, show the real stuff, the joy, the jitters, the did that really happen moments. Starts with yes.
Is that a job ad?
So I think, well, it's a way of them getting free content. isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a
Ingenious.
job ad for like a social media person to work for them.
Oh, no.
50K salary. Is that
No.
what that's
No, no,
saying?
no. It's like it's a competition. It's like you know when Tesco did it for the checkout voice. thing?
Yeah.
It's
But
that,
they're getting
you're-
50K cash.
Well, yeah.
They're getting 50K and 6 months.
If they win.
If they win, if they make the good content.
Yeah. So it's a way
Oh,
of,
I thought it was a job advert at first, to be honest, for like a content creator.
yeah. So I think it's sort, that's what I found really interesting about it. I just was like, what is this? But loads of like big creators have commented, you know,
Well, that's James Warnock
Yeah, that-
on the front.
James,
isn't
I
it?
don't know
Is
his-
that his surname?
James Warnock. is it?
Warnock, yeah.
On the front, yeah. So he maybe is associated with it in some way. And then like Luke Tarrant's commented, Donna Preston's commented, lots of creators have commented.
Interesting.
And
So is it a campaign or is it a job?
my understanding is they're looking for an experienced content creator, but to get this opportunity, they need to create an exciting piece of content that tags the brand. So it's kind of a
Free content.
It's-
Yeah.
they're trying to get a brand partner really, but they're doing so through a competition. So it's almost a
Yeah.
competition for content creators.
But do you think it's
Right.
going to be an actual established content creator that gets it, or do you think it's going to be like a micro creator who they think has loads of
UGC
potential?
stuff.
Yeah.
Is it
And
going to
it'll-
go on Virgin pages?
Well, exactly. It's unclear from there, but like I feel like that if I was working in the Virgin team, I'd want to go for someone that like wasn't a name, so then you could really build them up and work with them and almost like
Yeah.
make them
the Virgin.
the
person.
Virgin person.
At first glance, I genuinely thought that was a job advert for a like content assistant role, well, maybe not assistant at 50k, but a content assistant role, and to apply rather than sending your CV, you sent a video, and it was like that was like I don't know. That's what I thought
think
it was
they're
at first, but I
trying-
understand your point as well.
They're trying to make it look like a job ad, is how I'm reading that.
Right.
Like it's a job ad, but actually it feels like an ambassadorship in a way.
Yeah, it is because
So,
they're
like,
having
could
to
I
make a lot of content for them.
Yeah. If you
gonna
think
apply?
no, it's like so. That's what I'm saying. Like, could someone who has a job apply?
Well, they couldn't go on 6 Virgin experiences.
Well, I
Maybe
guess they
work
have
remote.
A lot of annual
From the
leave.
cruise ship.
If they had a lot of annual leave, they could, in theory.
True, if they had like unlimited annual leave. But this is what I mean. I feel like they're going for content creators.
Yeah,
I feel like they're going for those specific creators who create lots of travel content,
Yeah.
would do it anyway.
And I guess it's such a good way to start a conversation, right? If that's all they get out of it,
Yeah.
it's starting a conversation here. Like you said, them getting that content. If you think back to when Dear Evan Hansen did the auditions via TikTok, it was a perfect way to get people to create loads of content, create buzz. Like it ended up on the news. I can see something like this ending up on the news, sparking conversation, like people talking about on podcasts, like just like this one. You know, like
Yeah.
it's very interesting. I've not seen that.
No, neither have I.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play. Whoever wins, that's a lucky bugger.
It's interesting that James Warnock is tagged.
Maybe he's an ambassador and is almost like supporting the campaign. Because who was like the person? Somebody did the first video for the Tesco like
Yeah, I remember.
thing.
I can't
Do you know
remember.
what I mean? Like
but
there was somebody who was
wasn't it like
almost
annoying
backing
orange or
that.
something like that?
Yes, I know it literally was.
Yeah.
I think it was annoying orange.
Yeah, I remember seeing the video. But then if you think about it, like I'm trying to break that down in my head. So if the budget is 50k and they've got to create multiple pieces of content on 6 different opportunities, what's the usage? What's the paid?
Yeah.
There's definitely exclusivity on that. Is it a good deal?
Well, it
It
depends.
depends on the person.
Depends on the
Yeah.
person.
Like if you
Yeah.
are just a creator who is just starting out and you
Yeah.
create really good videos,
you're a
but you've not
UGC
got a brand
creator.
partner yet, the exclusivity element doesn't matter,
Yeah.
then brilliant. It
Yeah,
almost
it
like
is.
allows you to become a
Yeah.
travel creator.
It's very interesting.
Very interesting. That's where I think I reckon the team will go for someone less known. I feel like it would be weird if like Charlie Marlowe won that.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
and
but
then
it's
like
not
a
gonna-
manager comes in to negotiate it. Like that's not really the point.
It's gonna be an
It's like, wow,
unknown.
you've won this.
Yeah.
Like amazing.
Yeah.
And also that's the story in itself. But again,
Yeah.
like there must be like a legal page, like not to be really boring, but there must be like a legal
It must say
page.
T's and C's apply.
T's and C's. Like
Let's
what are the
have a
T's and C's? Let's unpack this. Because the ASA, you know, they're gonna sack them if the T's and C's aren't there. You need to have the T's and C's.
Yeah, so terms
Okay.
apply, 18 plus UK residents only. By submitting an application video, you agree to your video being reposted in whole or in part on Virgin channels.
Wow.
You're giving away usage in perpetuity. The head of Yes role is not an employment relationship and
Okay.
is subject to the selected individual entering into a content creator agreement with Virgin Red. So it's a content creator agreement. They're basically
Interesting.
So it's a
making
brand
people
partnership.
apply for
Yeah.
their ambassadorship. But yeah, that's interesting. What if a manager then comes in and is like, this isn't very good, and they've won it? I guess, how's that working?
But I guess that's the thing. It's like subject to the content creator agreement. So I guess
Yeah.
in theory, if one of our creators won it and applied and won it, we could probably go in and try and
Negotiate
negotiate a
it.
better deal.
Yeah.
In theory, because they're not, by winning, they're not obligated.
You can walk away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They could probably then move forward with the next
Yeah.
person. Like they won't announce the winner until a contract's been
Yeah.
signed.
Like the
Yeah.
only obligation there is you're giving them the rights to that one video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you post. And I guess, you know what? It's probably worth giving them the rights to that one video if it's an opportunity that you really, really want to get. And
100%.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting. And I wonder
fun.
whether we'll see more of it because that's certainly the first time I've seen it with like that much of a big paycheck for a creator. And in that context of like actually almost like headhunting talent to work with that's not direct pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Management
It's
agencies.
doing, you're sort of auditioning them in
Yeah,
that way. You're
kind
being
of,
like,
yeah.
show me what you can create, and then we might give you 50k plus.
It's like
but
doing a task for a job.
Exactly. But it's like you're getting loads of free content. They're getting loads of free content as well,
Yeah.
which is brilliant for them,
It's
obviously.
a win-win. But also it's great because I guess it's more than just the influencer campaign, right? It's then, like you said, like people will be talking about it on the news. Like it's more than just the ambassadorship.
Yeah.
So it's like a 360 situation, which I think is cool.
Yeah. What do
feel
you mean
like-
people will be talking about it on the news?
Well,
Well,
like that Dear Evan Hansen thing ended up on the
Yeah,
news.
like I said,
Oh, I see.
it's a conversation creator. So like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they've probably got loads of press releases going out about this. It's not
Yeah.
just simply people posting about, you know, a new loaf of bread or
Yeah.
like a new, whatever.
Do you think we're going to see more brands doing it?
I think probably. I think
Yeah.
Virgin are always kind of like, innovating. And I feel like,
Trailblazing.
they're ahead of the curve on a lot of things. And I can see like Lidl doing something like this, like Lidl or
Yes.
Aldi doing something like that. Like brands that have fun things and will like let creators be silly with content. I don't know. I just feel like Ryanair, feel like they would do
Oh my
it.
gosh, Ryanair, yeah, because they're
They're gonna
TikTok
jump on
stars.
that.
Anyway, you can apply to join until 10th of November. So if you fancy
God. Oh my
it,
God.
still got
Guys.
time. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You're a creator, then you're a business owner. It might not feel like it when you're editing at midnight or sending that final brand email, but you're running something real. And like any other business, you need systems that make it easier to grow. I've spoken to so many creators, and the thing that can be overwhelming is the business side. Things like setting up a bank account, tracking payments, staying on top of invoices, all the stuff that no one talks about, the boring stuff that genuinely matters if you want to build something sustainable. And that is where tools like Tide come in. With Tide, you can register your business and open a free business bank account at the same time. Get approved within 24 hours and run everything: invoices, payment links, support straight from the app. It just makes running your creative business smoother so you can focus on creating, not just chasing admin. Honestly, I wish I'd had Tide as soon as I started, because having the right setup behind you changes how you see yourself. You stop with the imposter syndrome and start acting like a business owner. So if you want to try it out, use my code VERITY50 via the link in my show notes and get £50 cash back when you spend £100. Because you are a business and it's time your banking reflected that.
Okay, guys. You know how I love watching TV. It's
Yeah.
my favorite pastime and the only hobby that I have, I fear. Also, like, there's a lot of good TV on at the moment. So,
Yes.
Celebrity Traitors. We've got Strictly Come Dancing if you watch it. Great British Bake Off. Everything.
Still going on.
I know, it's kicking off. But obviously, we've got a lot of people from the creator space on those shows, which is really exciting. George Clark is on Strictly.
Yep.
Amber Davis is on Strictly. We've also got Nico on Celebrity Traitors. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's so exciting. I mean, we've seen time and time again, like when Nella Rose went in the
Yeah.
jungle.
GK Barry.
Yeah.
Max Belegday in the Australian version of the jungle. Like,
Yeah.
Saffron Barker, Joe Sugg on
Oh my
Strictly.
God,
They were the
yeah.
OGs.
OGs.
I think
Yeah.
Joe Sugg
Sugg
was the OG. Zoella on Bake Off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that felt like, I mean, Gleam really loved talking about Zoella on Bake Off. Like, that really felt like
They
that
really
was
milked
time
that.
ago.
Yeah, it was.
that was
Yeah.
amazing though. I do remember that. I was
Oh,
literally
yeah,
sat
me
in front
too.
of my TV and it was amazing. Because also she was so known for baking. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
that was a big part of her
It was.
like lifestyle.
There was
content.
some sort of stat about how she absolutely like blew up the figures for that one, like for the
Yeah.
short period of
Yeah.
time that she was on there.
And I think there was something about Saffron Barker on Strictly as well. I feel like I remember seeing reports of like the age demographic change of viewership on Strictly the year that she was on in particular, because obviously I think with Joe Sugg, for example, it was kind of our sort of age group that watched his content when we were younger. And I guess our parents maybe watched Strictly, but I think like someone like Saffron Barker, her audience is even younger than his. So she really changed the viewership. And I just think it's so cool that it's now normal. I think it's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
expected
Oh,
there
yeah.
will be a creator on
Normalised.
every reality show, because TV networks are smart. They know the pool that they've got.
They do.
I'm not gonna lie, on Traitors, I was hoping for maybe 2 at least creators.
But I do feel like she's not a creator, but I do feel like Kat Burns sort
Oh,
of ekes
yeah.
into the. She obviously blew up on TikTok. like,
Yeah.
so to me, she kind of straddles both.
I think that's fair. So do you think in a way being like there is a perception when content creators go onto traditional TV, there's some sort of perception, or I don't know, people looking at them indifferently because of
I
that?
wonder how it feels as a like content creator going on something like this. Because if you think about it, like the vast majority of people who go on these shows all work in a similar kind of realm. Like they're all on This Morning, they're all on Loose Women, they're all on these shows, and they've been around the media circuit a lot.
They probably all
And-
know each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They probably all know each other from like industry events and like award shows and stuff. Whether you're a presenter or a performer or whatever, it's just a very like small space, and I think everyone knows each other where creators are kind of separate. And I wonder how that feels coming in. Often they're a lot younger than everyone else. Like I wonder if it feels like they almost have to prove themselves, like that they deserve to be there.
I know, but
I don't think they should have to, but
yeah, I agree. I feel like that you sort of must have that almost like imposter syndrome, whether it's right or wrong. And also, I was just thinking, like, I know you guys don't watch Big Brother, but there's the program after Big Brother called Big Brother's Bit on the Side, and Charlie Marlowe has been a guest on the panel on that, and
Oh,
Joe
wow.
Bags has. And I think it's so
Cool.
great to see, like, I keep seeing familiar faces from the creator industry, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
you're on ITV at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. on a
Oh,
weeknight.
I
like,
wouldn't be watching that.
100%.
Past my bedtime.
Yeah, in bed.
you're
That,
asleep.
that just did what you just said then about the creators feeling like they need to prove themselves. That really reminded me of, I remember when GK Barry first started on I'm a Celeb, and I remember thinking, I don't know how she's going to be perceived because people don't understand her humor, and I feel like it almost was giving like she's a little bit nervous, like she's,
Yeah.
and then when she sort of settled into it and her real personality came out and she was being really authentic, and obviously everyone was just like obsessed with you.
She was the whole reason I watched that series.
Yeah, same.
And like she absolutely made it for me. And I
Yeah.
think it's really nice to see her come out of her shell. And I think
Yeah.
maybe it is scary going in and knowing people have this perception of you and feeling like you need to like behave in a certain way, but actually really people want to just see authenticity as they always do.
100%.
By the time this episode comes out, we will probably know who is in the jungle. And I have some rumors here on my phone. But I think it'd be fun if you guys guess someone that you think would be a good creator or a creator who's sort of on that trajectory, likely to make that transition.
Anastasia Kingsnorth.
Oh, she's
Ooh.
always rumoured. Every single
Yeah.
year she's rumoured.
Because she's like Bezies with ITV, like she's
Yeah,
always
that's
doing
great.
stuff for ITV. I think she did stuff with I'm a Celeb last year. I just think she'd be great.
she'd be so good.
But I don't know if she'd leave being with her family at that time of year.
Well, I know that she said it's her dream. I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
sure I've seen that she's been like,
really?
that would be for me like peak.
Goals.
I
which
think
I
she'd
get.
be
I
brilliant.
think she'd be brilliant as well.
Do you
I
think,
think her
they'd-
mum would be brilliant.
Do you think they would go for another girl? Because like they always have their
Maybe.
one spot, don't they? It's like
Yeah.
it's not like
The content
you
creator
couldn't
spot.
possibly have two
No,
creators,
absolutely not.
which we would love to see. Like, come on,
Yeah.
ITV, give the people what they want.
Let's get
have
2 or 3. Yeah, I think Anastasia Kingsnorth would be incredible.
Oh, that's a really good one. I was gonna say like a Charlie Marlowe maybe. 'cause
Or a
I-
Joe Bags.
Joe Bags, yeah. I think they'd both be really good. Like
I
I
sort of want someone a bit more. Like, I feel like
smaller.
no, not even smaller, just like maybe more.
You know
Like
who
an
I could
emerging
see?
creator. What? Who?
Morgan M. James.
Yeah,
Like I would love to see
Oh.
Morgan on I'm a Celeb. I think he'd be brilliant.
I think he'd be amazing.
Yeah.
in
He'd be
it.
so
What's
good.
Towie on? Is that on ITV?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a really good
He's
relationship
got a
with
good
Line
relationship
Pictures.
with ITV.
I can see him on there.
I can really see him on that. And I think, you know what? The nation would fall in love with him.
Same. I feel like he'd
would.
go down a treat.
He could sing round the campfire.
Oh my God, yes.
So
Great
cute.
move for Morgan. ITV, hit him up.
Hit him up.
So the creators actually rumoured are Angry Ginge.
I don't know who
I
that
don't know who that is. This is going to show our age.
And H. So this is what I mean. that
H is not a H. as
rapper
in-
and strong
yeah,
digital
he's
presence.
not a creator.
But is it a Cat Burns situation?
Oh.
But I wouldn't say so.
Are they the only rumoured one?
So yeah, so Tommy Fury.
That is very interesting, Tommy. I feel like that could go down well. It's been a big year for him.
I can see that. I really see that because also I think it's like part of the redemption arc.
I
Yeah.
agree.
The nation falls in love with him again.
We're
like,
gonna have part 2 of Molly's doc.
yeah,
Yeah.
like then the prep will be like him going away, all that stuff. I can see that in maybe a 3rd season. I don't
Yeah.
know. I see that.
Yeah. And Olivia Atwood.
Oh,
I fear.
yeah.
I don't know if she'd do it.
It's sort of a bit like
She's
yeah.
already got her own shows on ITV. Like she's on Loose Women. She's on This Morning. Like
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
The television that
would be incredible.
So she
Let's-
went in 2022, but then had to leave for medical reasons. So I
Forgot
feel like
about
this could be her
that.
opportunity to come back. A bit like how Danny Dyer was meant to go on to
Strictly.
Strictly, but
Strictly.
then sadly broke her ankle and had to
pull out.
pull out.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I think that's very interesting where we say like Olivia's in like such a strong position. We didn't know if she'd do it now. Where she was in 2022 versus now,
my
very
God.
different,
So
right?
different.
So I mean, so incredible that she's been able to do all that having not even gone in the jungle.
Yeah.
That TV would just be
Her in the
sensational.
challenges are gonna like it's gonna be amazing. I really
I
hope
will
she's in
watch it if she's in it.
Oh, 100%. She'll be hilarious. I can't tell if she'd be really good or really bad. Like,
I think she'd be really good.
yeah.
I think she'd actually be really strong. She'd scream,
Yeah.
but I think she would like,
a screamer.
yeah, she'd have a head on her
she'd get it
and
done.
she'd be ready to go.
Absolutely.
Someone else who's rumoured is Danny Dyer, but the older Danny Dyer.
Oh,
Oh,
love him.
they should
Yeah.
put them both in together.
I feel that, yeah, Danny Dyer has, them in together would be so cute.
Also, good promo for the podcast.
Yeah, for the pod,
Yeah.
exactly.
The podcast is back as well. So I feel that could make sense. I feel like Danny Dyer as well, for me personally, I feel like since Rivals, his positioning has been quite different. Like it's been a bit more elevated, dare I say?
Yeah. And I think because of their podcast as well. Like,
Yeah.
he's now into like our generation.
Like, I think he's just cool again.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I think he's just back to being cool. Like,
Yeah.
his character on Rivals, him and that woman that he was with on
Yeah.
Rivals
I
8.
still
like,
haven't watched Rivals.
Oh my God, Lucy. You need to watch it.
You
You
need
must.
to.
Because his storyline, okay, it's the cutest thing.
It's magical.
It's amazing.
Oh,
That was the
okay.
reason that I kept watching. I was obsessed with them.
I will watch it. I'll add it to my list.
Please.
Today, we are finally announcing the guests for our panels at TBH IRL on the 19th of November. On the lineup so far, we have Rachel Harris, Oz Badat, Grace Andrews, Jade Beeson, and Hannah Holland. I am so unbelievably excited to get all the value from these incredible experts and leaders in the space. And I can't wait for you to be right there with us. Tickets are now on general release. You can get yours and find out all the details in the link in the show notes. Can't wait to meet you there. 3, 2, 1. Lifting the lid.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
vocals.
Destiny's Child. That was amazing.
It was pretty good, actually.
We really like sang that
I felt it.
from our diaphragms.
We've got time for one confession, I believe. I'm a niche style creator, not just the look, the lifestyle. I'm lucky to work with brands who genuinely get it, and I'm grateful for that. Recently, a huge brand launched an edit inspired by my world and ran a trip to celebrate, but none of us from the actual niche were included. It looked beautiful, but it stung. I'm not here to name names or cause drama, but would genuinely love some advice. Should I feel upset, or is this just how the industry works? Should I reach out to the brand and try and have a chat, or just let it go?
Okay. I feel like I need to think in situ of an example.
So, for example, Sonia
Yeah.
is in the food niche, let's say.
Yeah, she does baking videos.
She does baking videos.
Yeah.
She has seen
Betty
that
Crocker.
Betty Crocker have done a trip
Yeah.
or done an activation, but invited loads of beauty influencers.
And yet no baking
No baking
creators.
people have been invited. She is now confused and hurt because Betty Crocker's her favourite brand.
Okay.
Which I get why. I understand. I actually think this is so valid. Like,
Yeah.
of course that's going to stay. And I'm sure maybe the first thing I do is reach out to any other creators in the same space who, like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe have worked with Betty Crocker to see, like, oh, did you get an invite to that? Like,
I guess it
see what the vibe
depends
is.
what the objective was of the trip, right?
Yeah.
So was the objective of the trip, so you're saying it's quite a niche, obviously we're just guessing baking, it literally could be like
Hypothetical.
skydiving. Like, is the purpose and the objective from the brand for this trip and this collection to introduce new people to that world and bring new people into that space, and that's why they've gone for people who aren't in that niche to broaden their horizons and make it more accessible to people? If so, that makes sense, and I guess you might not know the clear objectives behind the trip, but I also understand that it's a bit eggy and maybe eggy, funny because it's baking.
Ba-dum-bum-ch.
But also from the other side, I totally hear you. Like, have they just, you know, gone a bit of a miss on the invite list and just invited people they follow and like rather than thinking who is relevant for the trip?
Yeah.
Hard.
And I also think it depends, doesn't it? Because I think different communities are, you know, feel more protective. Like, I feel like the food creator community probably is less protective over the food category than,
The horse riding community over
Yes.
horse riding.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Over wellies.
That sort of thing. I think like it sort of depends on like the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what that collection was like. If it was like a starter kit for new bakers, it makes sense to not invite baking creators. I'm really going with this baking trend. But yeah, that's the only way I can understand that it might make sense.
I was going to say sometimes we see beauty brands, for example, if they've got a product and they're saying it's like butter, they might then work with food creators. And you can see why they do that,
Yeah.
because they think that food creators can, you know, replicate the feel of the product rather than necessarily what the product looks like on a model or a person or a creator. So I think you've got to look at the specifics and think, are they trying to fulfill a specific KPI or objective here?
My take on it would be I wouldn't reach out to the brand just
No.
yet. Like, if it's a brand you have a really good relationship with, just like check their socials, like see what they get up to. If in the next 3 months, 6 months, they do another 3 trips or 3 activations and you're still not being invited or you're not included, you're off their PR list, like, then something's obviously like gone wrong there. And you know, if you have a really, really warm relationship, maybe it is worth reaching out and being like, hey, do you fancy getting a coffee? Like trying to reignite that, so then you can maybe find out what their objectives are.
Yeah.
But I think for now, if it's only been the one activation, like Verity said, like it could so easily just be about you know, getting baking people for a beauty collab at that point.
Yeah. Is it a one-off activation or is it consistent? And if it's consistent, there's a world in which maybe you just need to get on their radar. And sometimes PRs, you know, they might be a team of 2.
Yeah,
and
so
actually there's only so much outreach they can do and only so much resource that they have. So maybe try harder, try and get in front of them, try and get products from them and include them in your content so they can see how you would include them.
Yeah.
And also, I think, how do I say this? I think there's a world in which you have to look at it as like everyone gets their chance. Like I do think it's like if you've had a lot of good experiences with this brand, maybe they've been like, oh my gosh, we keep inviting Sonia. Yeah. Like we actually probably need to give someone else a chance for a minute, because it is, that would be one of my worries if I worked as a PR. It would be to be like, oh my God, I can't show favoritism. I can't keep inviting the same people. So maybe that's part of it. It could genuinely be that. And like, maybe speak to other people in your niche, see whether they felt that as well. And you can get a better sense of where the land lies.
So that is a wrap on this episode of Lifting the Lid. Please remember to like, subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also find us on socials, just search Lifting the Lid Pod.
And you can watch us on Spotify or YouTube.
Bye.